Welcome back, welcome back. So, I'm listening to my video about the spell, readers and shit, right? And how the woman was saying, if you got witches in your bloodline, you may be one of the people that's chosen to break that generational curse. And I thought to myself immediately, how many people did you meet this year that openly admitted their peoples fuck with that shit? How many females? And then I thought to myself, oh yeah, so you really are right about the thing that you keep telling all these females to their fucking faces. The Lord sent me to you. I don't know if you're the girl I'm supposed to be with, or you're a woman I'm supposed to tell the word and the truth to, and you might be special either way. And none of them even believed me, and now we're all the way down the rabbit hole, right? And I'm listening to this person that confesses to be a witch. Now, this is the newest one for me because I've never had a tarot reader. I don't fuck with that shit. This is the first year. And like I said, it's amazing that, she prays to the Most High and everything. And her story was very unique to mine. And, I keep saying there's more than one of us. Now, like I said, it's very strange that I met those women. Because when I think back, when I think back to certain conversations and shit, I'm like, yo, I literally was telling y'all exactly what I'm learning right now. It's just now I know the words and all the lingo and your boogity boogity bullshit. And I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, my father, man, I really wish he would have let me know this shit from the rip. I was out here, like, I'm glad I record myself, because I wouldn't understand myself without these recordings. This is why I keep telling you guys, without you, I can't finish my journey. Because, I wouldn't know what to look up. Because the experiences that I meet people in, and then the viewers. That's why I say to my haters, if you're watching, thank you. You don't realize you were chosen too. The fuck you think you met me for? This is why my father puts that infinite love thing in me, and I actually don't hate bad people. I actually try to convert them over. Sound the horns. And because I understand the nature of the game. I understand. Little by little, I'm starting to understand why my life was the way it was. Now, I don't really know where to go with this. It's very strange. It's like I was right about a lot of things, but things that I didn't even know I was right about. And like I wrote raps when I'm talking about witchcraft and shit, and all these different things, and the Jedi thing. Jedi is really just a magi. Because people didn't use the letter J back in the day, and it's fucking made up. It's not actually a real letter from ancient history, meaning new people wrote new languages, and then that's what they use. Would you rather follow the original something or the knockoff version? This shit makes me realize why I met so many women. All the women I've ever met. Like it says, they're reflections. We all say people are reflections of ourselves, which is true, because we choose people that we like as like us. And I've always noticed that the three patterns of women that I constantly keep meeting and shit, And thank the Lord I paid attention to the first three and actually fell in love with them. Because the rest of you would be fucking destroyed in your minds with what I would have capable of doing to you. You think those guys hurt you? The things men can do when they know. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about how bad or good I am. I'm just realizing that so many of us have a destiny. So many of us could have a strong purpose for the Most High, but we choose not to. That's all it is. Everybody wants to be what they want to be for the Most High, not realizing all the journeying and the learning. Like me, for example, I want to rap for the Most High. That's what I studied the most. I remember giving up everything to learn how to rap. No more talking to friends, not even my girl. My girl hated me because she was jealous of an art form, because she said, you spend more time fucking rapping than you do to me. You spend more time learning things and watching things, and you're not even fucking talking to me. You're fucking talking to yourself over there about things you remember, and you're putting pieces together and all, you know? All these things. And I try to make people see, like, to be chosen isn't fun. It's not a fun thing. It's great. It has its fun times. But all you faggot ass niggas that swear you're chosen, to swear you're something, you live bubbles and roses. And now I know why I say shit like that. Because you did. And you're not gonna be. Who the fuck are you to listen to? I'd rather listen to somebody that actually been through the mud. Even if they don't make it or not. I know every great person said you gotta go through the mud. So, who do I want to listen to? A dude that's, you know, who's really wants to help me? Who would even give a shit about that? The niggas that are up already, and you know, men all know competition once it starts, you don't want nobody else up where you are. So, you trust them, right? Get it? But you gotta trust some of them, because not all men are haters. Not all women are haters. Because we understand things. We lived life and see the benefit of not being that. Some of them are fortunate enough not to go through what makes a lot of us bad. Because, you know, their families chose to be families and sound the horns. Fathers chose to be fathers. See, I see plenty of people having it good in this horrible world. And those people I commend. I don't talk about them. I don't care about their mistakes. Sound the horns! I don't care about their mistakes. They're allowed to make them. That's what my father said. Majority, though, they're doing the right things and living life. Now, I had someone bring up to me a reader, and I know of this reader because I remember using some of their stuff. I think I used maybe one or two, and this person that I found at the time was when I kind of understood the whole nature of the game of, you know, yin and yang. There's two sides to everything. If there's good readers, there's bad ones. So I didn't really trust anybody, just like I don't now. It's all about me watching you and learning and seeing if you hold true to your word. And like I always say, once my eye's on you, I'm gonna look up everything about you, or I'm gonna let my father do the, you know, and I'm gonna press what videos he wants me to go on. And when I do, you know, what do they say? Real recognize real, no matter what form it's in. So I took a little gander, sound of horns, at her videos, and I was like, yo, wow, that's crazy, because I should have been went to her second channel. I should have been peeping her shit out a while, but I only let her readings come through every now and again. Or maybe it's the Lord, because I've always had a good feeling about this reader, but you know, my feelings and my logic gotta match up. So if my logic don't match up, you know, or my feelings don't, you know, I gotta, this is what it is. I do things my way. And it was incredible listening to these couple of videos. I'm gonna play them after this video. I'm gonna do this video because I won't be home and chilling, walking home from work. Just want to express some thoughts. Who knows who it might help. But she was just ripping shit apart, and I like her attitude. I like the way she come off. She remind me of me, or one of my sides, I should say, because that's not just me. And I've been listening to her for some time now, and that's not just her. And I ain't never expect her to come out like that, like, but I see why she did. And I know somebody has wisdom I can learn from when I hear them speak. I know it doesn't matter if you're bad or good. See, that's what my father's for, to choose what you teach or what I learn off you. You know what I mean? You can learn anything. It doesn't mean you gotta use it. The fuck? I mean, learning bad shit ain't good for you because, you know, it's in your head now. But when you're searching for the truth that I'm searching for, you're going into the muddy waters. It's murky. Sometimes you don't always know what to do. And my videos have been talking about these things for a while, and I'm listening to myself and then watching her video, thinking about myself in the future though, because she, in her little video that's I guess like mine's, where I say she's like talking real, these videos she's like literally giving a rundown of what she's doing, how she's doing it, who she works for, what like her story is, and why she does it the way she does it. And if you don't like it, kick rocks. You don't have to hear it. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to nothing. Don't bring that negative shit, the hatred, or your tactics or anything. Because my father will smash you to dust. And when I heard her say it in her own way, I said, oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's something I can stand behind. That's something I can play on my channel. Why? Because it's shit that I say with new information that I'm looking at and saying, I think I want to try things, but you know, the witchcraft shit and all this other fucking Jedi, you know, these Sith Lord tricks. But I also know, as a grown-ass man, you know, from studying the Jedi and magic and real life, that why the fuck would the bad guys only get to use things? Get it? And that's when I realized the difference and why the Most High's children hate it. Because everybody else got to do magic. You just got to do fucking hocus pocus rituals and sacrifice the goat and all this other dumb shit. It ain't dumb. It's just, it ain't the Father. You got to call on his children and do things. We have the same, it's a yin yang. If one team's doing certain type of shit, that means the other team's gonna be doing certain type. It's like playing basketball, nigga. The nigga on the other team ain't playing football rules. You're both playing football rules. Both of you could do a crossover. Get it? Sound the horns long range. Now, I'm thinking in my mind, that's what makes the line of Israel, or whatever the real name of these God's children are, makes him so special because like when you look at everyone else's stories and everything, everyone's doing magic and shit. Everyone got 100 billion gods and all of this, and then they pray to the Most High, and then they forget to pray to the Most High because their gods want to do things and all this shit, right? And I'm like, what about us? And I be looking into stories and hearing things, watching my own videos. And one of these things that got pointed out before said, and it was in the Bible, said something about the clan magic, the magic clan or some shit like that. And I said, whoa, Jedi? And I said, bro, I want to get my powers. I ain't been calling myself a fucking X-Man and Goku for nothing. It's because I know motherfuckers can do shit. I've always known. Everyone has always known. We just, we grow up. And nobody, explains this shit and makes us see certain superpowers and shit we all have. You get it? So you don't think it's powers, you just think it's human. This is why I don't let that I'm the best shit go. That's why I never let the world in any situation let that be a non-thing. Being better than someone. It ain't about being fucking cocky. It's truth. God damn it. That's why we live in the world we live in, because people don't face the truth, right? Yeah. It's because when you don't want to face the truth, you can cheat it, and as long as everybody believes the cheat is the truth, then you're good. Until the Most High steps in. Like all the sports guys that got caught fucking taking steroids and shit eventually. Their lives being ruined after their careers. Because they want those trophies so bad, right? Now I ain't saying that's exactly what happened every time. But I just noticed, like I said, man, seemed like the other team always get that, they just done dirty. Like I was watching, I'm going way off, so I'm just going out there now. Just going on deep end. Recently I was watching one of them official guys that I keep playing out that be on the news and shit, telling people the truth. And the CIA guy was talking about how like these astronauts faked the moon landing and shit. And he was like, yo, like, how much stress these men had to be under their whole lives and all of this. And he's like, why do you think they were just acting up, sound the horns? Like, I remember I seen this one video where a dude asked one of them dudes, yeah, we supposedly you didn't go on the moon because and the dude hooked off on him. Old dudes just hooking young dudes. Get your young ass out of here. And I said, yo, that's crazy. And then I thought to myself, if I had the lot of the whole fucking world, sound the horns, if I had the lot of the whole world, and then I grew up in an age where, the young people got real smart, or, regular shit, not even, you know what I mean? They just using regular math and fucking things, about 3. And, that shit amazed me because then they started showing, little interviews and things of the same nature and pointing things out like body language and how these dudes were, when they first came down, they were taking a press conference and you could just look in their face that niggas was all scary and they was talking stupid and like just wasn't normal. And then the whole fact of fucking losing the videotape of the most important event ever. Like, say it burned up or you something. Saying you lost it was the craziest. I said, no way that's their excuse. But, anyway, if you got a lot of the whole world like that, how much guilt and how much shame must you feel inside for all those years? Because, like, most people that like have done these things, lied to the public because they were official people or the patsies and stuff, they always make interviews around the time when they're older and they're about to die. Why do you think they eventually tell the truth in their later years like that. Because they start fucking realizing my father's real. Or they understand the lie that they did and they see how bad it is. And they see how much they changed the world by participating. And then they know about, they understand you don't do something that big without there being something for a reason. So, and that's when they start wanting to tell the truth, because they're like, yo, all they could do is kill me now. I'm older. I already lived my life. They already gave me all the things. I already been around the world and all the pretty girls, and money ain't real. So I always got to do whatever I wanted and go anywhere I wanted. So, that's why I eventually, because they realized, all right, I did all that lying for what? for what? Most of them don't even end up married, or some of them do. It's like, I always can tell who's working for Satan. I just look at their lives and be like, yo, how'd you end up like that? And how's it like that if you're actually on the better side? Now, if you're trying to come up, now I ain't saying the Lord don't have people in, difficult situations. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's the way you live through it, though. Like, I've never not been up and down and everything, but I always live and try to live happy. And even if I'm not, I just live, man. Like, it's just a certain, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. That's why I try to teach the Lord by my stories and my actions. Because that's what matters. Sound the horns. All the stories and all these things. Like, because I always understood that law, that word means something. It's not just a word. Or at least that's not the way I perceive it. It means something that can't be broken to me. You can bend it, you can play around with it, but you can't break the truth. It's a law. Get it? Like laws of reality, gravity, and, put your hand on the stove. All these simple things that we know are laws. And then, for some reason, when it comes to ourselves and what we do, a lot of us forget that those laws, we're bound by those laws. We're bound by those, like your life ain't always great because someone's hating. That's what a lot of people say. No one's hating. You ain't doing nothing right. Which is kind of true. I mean, look at the Most High for an example. He's doing everything right. Look how many people hate him. Hopefully, my father will make me figure out how to do these things better, sound the horns, or maybe take this shit to the next level. I don't know. I feel something coming. I just know I gotta sacrifice a couple things first. Dopest thing I've ever heard about Emmanuel. They called him the Sin Eater. And I said, how'd that work? Well, what are you talking about? He eat sins? Like, that sound dope on a tough guy level. Like, I eat your sin, dog. You ain't nobody. Eat your sin right up, you know what I mean? Or, tough guy shit. But I thought about it on a real level. Like, let me get, grown and not just strength. And I said, what does that mean? And then I think I read a little bit after, it says that you're supposed to give your sins to him. and he eats them, takes them away from you. And it clicked in my mind what sacrificing to the Lord really meant. Your sin, the things you want to do, you stop doing it. And you tell him about it. And ask him to take it away from you. And if you build up your resistance long enough, your body gets used to it. The same way we got used to sinning. Same way we got used to everything. See, that book is not just a book about laws and commandments. It's science. It explains how your brain works and how to actually raise someone up so their brain functions the way it's supposed to. So you can make sound choices. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I hope everybody's learning, getting something from these little rants and these stories and raps and I need an energy burst from the Lord. I want to do so much, but I feel like I'm in a box or something in my mind, or I don't want to pull the trigger. I don't want to just do things. I want things to be good. I want things to have a purpose to it. I guess that means I gotta do more work on myself. Obviously. When you're right, you think right, and you move through life effortlessly because you trust the Lord. You don't need to know everything. Sometimes you don't need to know nothing. You need to just know where you're going and go. Know what you want to do and